We're here, pretty high up on the mountain, somewhere in Paradise Valley, at these magnificent gardens and home. That was built by Enchanted Garden Landscape. And with us is Donna Winters. How you doing, Donna?
Pleasure to meet you.
And I understand that you won the highest award given by ALCA, the Presidential Award for this project.
We're very proud of that as an organization. It demonstrates what we believe it to be significant about the work that we do, and to the standards that we hold for the work that we do. We've created an experience that leads from the driveway
down at the
gate.
street. Yeah, I noticed there's no big scar for the road coming up here. Yeah.
Exactly. That really speaks to the character of the home. And then we organize a sequence of layers till we get up here into the auto court.
Which doesn't look like a parking lot, but it's a great people place, like a plaza almost.
Exactly. We wanted a human scale to it. And because of its vastness, we try to do large groupings of plant materials to have great impact on the space. Because of the size of the house, scale is important, so we want it to really be impactful in the layering and creating the spaces.
Well, you know, there's so many things I see here, but I hear this water feature, and I see a glimpse. You're almost teasing me. We've got to go up there and take a look.
Can't wait to show you.
Okay.
Right.
Donna, one of the things I love is, of course, the sound of this water, and the closer you get to it, the louder it is, but it really echoes nicely throughout all these breezeways and part of the house.
You bet, and it kind of changes the microclimate in these spaces.
You know, you don't hardly get a sense of how massive it is until you're standing right up next to it.
Absolutely. The scale of this thing's 42 foot tall, 70 foot long, with pockets interspersed for plant material throughout. And it's a whole infrastructure that was required to put this all together and make sure we could sustain it.
But I'll bet you have thousands of tons of boulders.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And great care was taken to be sure that they were an authentic match to the materials that were naturally on site. In order to create an integration of the home and the landscape, color, texture, all of that matters. So we really take pride in making sure that they do integrate in that fashion.
Well, that's a massive project and engineering feat. But I understand you have a really intimate little chef's garden over here.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to show you.
Show me. Donna, you know, I really love this space. It's so quiet and tight and intimate with the mountain background, the breeze coming through. Can't hardly hear the water, but I can't hear the city either. It's just a really nice, intimate space.
It's a real sanctuary back here. It was one of the spaces I was looking forward to a lot because of the intimacy of the scale, the ability to rest on the boulders, to be in a lush setting. This is the chef's garden, and we have herbs and tucked into nooks and crannies, and so that they can actually use those on a day-to-day basis when they're here.
Well, it's a great place just to come and sit here and meditate or read a book and just kind of get away from it all.
Delightful, isn't it?
Yeah. Now I understand you have a space that's almost the exact opposite of this, which is by the pool with a fire pit and just this huge expansive view.
The grandeur of the space is amazing, and the views forever.
Let's go look at that.
All right, let's go.
Donna, this space is exactly the opposite of the chef's garden. We're right out here exposed to the whole world, but the view is phenomenal.
The view is outstanding, the relationship to the mountain, and the grandeur of this space required, again, a sense of scale with the plantings and also the furniture, the elements like the fire pit. All of those things were important. We tried to keep a lusher feel back here because of its being refined and elegant space, but we tried to interject some desert types of plantings also to add some additional, color and performance in the rhythms and patterns that we created.
It looks like you can get 10, 12 people around here.
Easily.
Yeah.
That was the requirement, and they've got 10 chairs here.
Now I understand there's some other good patio and pool spaces, and we'll take a look at those in a minute. But first, let's get the dirt on a valley man who's creating some top-notch compost. There's a hidden gem tucked away off the 101 and Thomas Road in Scottsdale. It's a 20-acre property known as Singh Farms.
This is my idea, to create healthy vegetables, healthy herbs, use nature's system, and no chemicals.
Their compost is sought after by many Arizona residents.
And if you balance the soil, it should have all the minerals everything that our body needs in the soil, so that when we uptake that vegetable, it gives us health and life.
Owner Ken Singh has researched what makes good organic compost. He says it's his ability to let the compost age and absorb all the nutrients that makes it so rich.
Compost is a combination of what's called carbon and nitrogen. Carbon is anything brown, nitrogen is anything green. And so what I do is I add layers of diversity, and for example, back guano, worm castings, chelated minerals, all these things I put in my soil to create the levels of diversity that will create the energy to create healthy, high soluble sugars. Eventually they all bind together to create what's called the soil food web. And in this soil food web is where energy transfers. As they die, they release energy to the plant. And what I'm trying to do is create that diversity of those microbes, because it's the microbes that give soil the integrity to give us growth. Now in my particular farm, I cook twice. I cook it to 160 to begin with to kill Salmonella E. coli. Then I run it through my grinders again, because the first pieces are bigger. You need more oxygen to create the microbes. Then I regrind it. Then the next cooking, I cook between 152 and 156, because that's where most microbes are created.
Singh hears from many of his customers about the difference his compost makes in their gardens.
But the first thing, folks, is have patience. First year, your garden will produce. Second year, you'll be a genius giving it to your neighbors, because the soil is building. It takes 1 to 3 years to change the dynamics of soil.
Singh Farms is only open on Saturdays. You can get the compost and also visit their farmers market. Coming up on Step Outside, art takes on a whole new meaning in the hands of the plant guru. We'll show you some of his beautiful creations. And we give you a tour of another winning landscape design that has cozy written all over it.